everybody to the DRVN podcast. I'm here with Michael Graubart with Michael's Motor Cars and 1-800-CAR-CASH. Welcome to the podcast, Mike.
Thank you for having me at the podcast.
Cool. So tell me the difference between 1-800-CAR-CASH and Michael's Motor Cars.
Let's see, CarCash is just a car buying service. We don't sell cars, just a convenient way to sell your vehicle. Been around since 1977. And Michael's Motor Cars is a pre-owned automotive dealership with a service center and detail center. And we sell cars, service cars, clean cars, and pretty much been a solid dealership in the community for 27 years.
Tell me how you got into this business.
From the day one, I've been a car junkie, had a bunch of Matchbox cars when I was a kid. That was pretty much all we could afford, but I also had posters on my walls, and I had a passion for cars. No one in my family was in the car business. Just years later, 15 years old, I bought a car and, had no license, fixed it up, cleaned it, drove it with no license, loved it. And then I put it on my mother's front lawn and I sold it. And I sold it for double of what I paid for it, which was pretty cool. The next day I was looking for 2 more cars with that money, and away it went. Quit high school after that, didn't really want to go to school anymore. I wanted to sell cars and be an entrepreneur, and that's pretty much where I started. As a kid, I was a paper boy. I worked in a gas station. I was a bus boy. I had every job. I was constantly hustling, looking for money, but cars were my passion. I loved them. I had a bunch of Mustangs. That's pretty much where I really started with like the high performance cars. Every kid had Mustangs in like the 87 to 89, in that time frame.
Fox body.
Fox body, yeah, I still have one. And I loved Mustangs, and I put an ad in the paper that said, I buy Mustangs. And that was it. I was 17. I just wanted to buy your Mustang, and I was buying them for nothing, at the time. Most kids got DWIs, and their parents took the car away and put it in the paper, or they called me, and that's pretty much where I started, buying and selling Mustangs out of the house.
Super young then.
Yeah, I was like 17, man. It was crazy, I was living in my mother's house, didn't go to school. I went to night school, got my GED just to make my mother happy. But
where'd you grow up?
I grew up in West Orange.
Okay.
Yep.
So
West Orange, New Jersey. Yep, Essex County. Whole family's from Newark. I lived in Irvington until I was 10, but I spent my teens in West Orange, and wonderful place to grow up. And yeah, it just went from there. It's been cars ever since, nonstop.
So Jersey kid all your life.
Jersey kid all my life. Love Jersey.
Cool. What came first, like the Michael's Motor Cars?
Yeah, Michael's Motor Cars. That was, I started that in '96. I was 20 years old. I had a son when I was 19. So, I had a bit of a head start, quickly as far as I had a kid. I had to make money. I had to make it happen. I was living in my mother's basement with my girlfriend and my kid. It was crazy.
You gotta grow up fast.
Yeah, I had to go really, really quick. I was hustling, buying and selling cars. I got a job working for these guys in Patterson, selling cars. Young guys, they were awesome. A place called Imports Auto Sales, and they pretty much took me under their wing. They basically told me they couldn't afford to pay me, but they would teach me. And these 2 brothers, they were Syrian guys, they're amazing guys. And I said, I'll work for free, just teach me. Buy me lunch and give me a car to drive. And that's what they did, and yeah, they were my mentors, and especially the one brother really took me under his wing and just taught me. And eventually I was like running the whole show. And things were, going pretty good. I'm 20 years old, and at the end of the day, I said, all right, I'm going to branch out on my own. How do I do this? How do I buy and sell cars legally? So I had gotten a dealer license. I had rented a little office for like $400 a month. So I had an address. I got motor vehicle to give me a license. I started Michael's Motor Cars. My son was 1. And I got a license. I was able to go to auctions and buy and sell cars. And, I was doing them out of the house, out of the driveway. And I did them out of the driveway for many years. Back then, things were different. There weren't a ton of laws. And that's pretty much where I started. And then eventually I had rented a small car lot down the shore. And then after that, I got a very nice lot in Neptune City, which I still have now. That's 20-something years later. But that's pretty much Michael's Motor Cars. After so many years, I branched out. I bought the dealership across the street. and I opened up a service center, Michael's Expert Auto Service Center, and I opened up a detail center down the street. So I was able to conquer, you know, the aspects of getting the cars ready, and instead of giving the money away to everyone else, I was doing everything in-house. So, but my roots. I did get a job as a buyer back in the day, and the guy took me to a place in Manhattan called Car Cash, which everyone knew of. It was on Howard Stern, and it was around since 1977. And it was just a car buying service. It was a really cool place with a bunch of crazy guys. I mean, it could have been a TV show. It was a crazy, crazy place in Manhattan. And I used to go there every single day and buy cars. And we had a payphone, and everybody jumped on the payphone, and they called other dealers and to try to hustle the cars, and we made like 100 or 200 a car. So I drove to Manhattan every single day, and I became very tight with the family that owned the place. They were amazing people. The owner was, he passed away, but he was an amazing guy. He was a mentor in my life, Bruce Barron. And I was very close to this man. He was like a father to me. He loved me. I loved him, and I was like his star buyer. And they used to call me the kid because I was very strong. I had a lot of people in my Rolodex. I had a lot of numbers to call, and I could get any car sold. So I was very strong. A lot of these old guys couldn't get it done, and I was getting it done every day. So the owner of the place loved me, and we became like, you know, very, very close over the years. And as time went on, that was, you know, a huge part of my life because I was able to obtain all these vehicles without going to the auction. And in 2012, he passed away. His kids took over the business, and somehow my best friend who was buying for me at the time, who's actually manages all my stores right now, William, the closest friend in the world, he's like my brother, he pretty much said, hey, I think maybe you should make these kids an offer and buy the rights to open a Car Cash in New Jersey, because they never did it. The father passed away. They were having some financial issues at the time, and it all aligned. I made them an offer. We worked on a deal. They sold me the rights to the 1-800 Car Cash brand. They let me be a franchisee and basically take the state of New Jersey, which is all that I wanted. Right. You know, so just give me the rights to use your name, your phone number, and your web address in New Jersey, and I promised to, you know, open up a store and be successful and follow all the guidelines and stuff like that. So, sure. So it really worked out great, and obviously since then I have opened up 3 1-800 Car Cash locations in New Jersey, and
where are those locations? One
in Hasbrook Heights, one in East Brunswick, and one in Toms River. We buy a lot of cars. We do over 5,000 cars a year.
So you got the whole state covered, pretty much.
Pretty much got the whole state covered, you know, pretty much. But yeah, we're you know, the convenient, easy way to sell your car. We have the trusted brand name of Car Cash, and it's been working out. I mean, again, you know, a lot of cars we only buy, we don't sell. So we're not you know, raising prices or changing numbers on people. We're very fair. They come in, they get a quote online, they sell the car, they're in and out in 20 minutes. So, and also have a way to get some good inventory for Michael's Motor Cars.
Now you just built a new showroom, didn't you?
Just built a new showroom, yeah. I had purchased the Stumpy's Yamaha dealership right down the block. That was in business since the 30s, and I just renovated the whole place. I don't know if you drove by it.
Yeah.
I'll have you come inside and really
totally
see what's going on here. And did a full renovation. You know, everything is beautiful and clean, and it's a beautiful showroom. And you know, we're going to put some real high-end cars in there and do some quality photography and video in there. Amazing lighting, and you know, it's really set up very, very nice.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. I saw on your Facebook, like from like dilapidated Stumpy's to where it is now, and it's just an amazing transformation.
Amazing transformation, and it's great. It's right next door to my detail center. It's 2 doors down, and you know, I live 2 doors down, so you know, I live in town. Everyone knows me. They know. Everyone's very excited about the place because Stumpy's was an eyesore for a long time, and there was just a lot of bad blood with the Stumpy's name, even though they're amazing people, and they had an amazing business for many, many years. They had some problems with some neighbors with loud motorcycles and jet skis and 18-wheelers dropping off, you know, all these pallets in the middle of Route 35 and causing traffic. So it was kind of a nuisance for neighbors because it's just, I don't know if you know where it is. It's a tight spot right there.
We used to store our jet skis there.
Yeah, it's a very tight spot, and they just had some unfortunate problems. But I have hopefully addressed, and everything is smooth sailing from here forward, and I'm going to be a good neighbor to everybody. So.
Yeah, you're down by the Headliner and all that stuff.
Yeah, Headliner's my next door neighbor. Yep, they're very good there, and craziness goes on there in the summer, but
That's it.
I'm not involved in that, but all good. So I support some organizations. I do some fundraising. I'm actually doing a big fundraiser, 5K there in August with the Neptune City Police Department.
Cool.
So really good stuff.
So we were talking before about you're getting nominated for NIADA.
Correct.
Tell me about that situation.
Very cool. Nothing I've ever thought about or went after. The National Independent Automotive Dealers Association is nominating me for Dealer of the Year. For the nation. They're having a big convention.
What'd you do, man?
I didn't do anything. I guess just a bunch of organizations and people came forward and pretty much said, let's take a good look at this guy. He's everyone knows him in Jersey, and he's doing good business everywhere. And I have a lot of. I go to the auction every week. Everyone knows me at Manheim. I sell 100 cars a week between Manheim and ACV, and I'm known out there. I do good business. I don't hurt nobody. Better Business Bureau. There's a bunch of people that kind of just said, let's look at this guy. I believe. So they called me and said, hey, we're nominating you as Dealer of the Year, and come out to Las Vegas and and get this prestigious award for your community services and all the things you do in the community. Again, I do a lot of donation work for the police department, Toys for Tots. I do a ton of stuff in the community. I try to give back whatever I can. Canines for Warriors, the service dogs with the vets, they come back. So I'm a big supporter of all this stuff. So basically they're looking to give me this award or not. They nominated me for this award. So it should be pretty interesting. Right now they're going through all my background and all my stuff and doing their due diligence, and we'll see what happens. It's in June of next month in Vegas, and and I guess it would be great to be recognized in the whole country for good stuff that I've done. But nothing I ever asked for or went after. It's just years of decent business
And goodwill, man.
Goodwill.
You put so much goodwill out there. That's the universe. It's karma, right?
Yeah,
That's the way I think about it.
I do my best. Like I said, Neptune City, the police department, I'm very in with them. I'm the chief of police. They're all my friends, and whatever they do, I support them because I'm a big law enforcement supporter. My best friend is just retired as a captain who actually runs all my car cash stores, and he's the one who got me car cash, and we've been together since we're little kids. So I've been supporting him in law enforcement forever. So I'm just big on police, and also I'm a dog lover. I live and breathe dogs. I have a beagle I just rescued, and I love dogs like crazy. So the Canines for Warriors is like really intense stuff. So I do a ton of fundraising for them, and just an amazing organization. So that's all the good deeds, just trying to do some good deeds if I can, whatever I can do, if I can do it. The Toys for Tots, we clean up every toy in Walgreens right before Christmas. I go there with my guys on the trucks and we buy every toy. I have videos of us empty the entire shelves. And with the Marines and Neptune City, we give back all the toys. We do it every year. So, it's something good to do. And, if you can do it, there's very wealthy people that donate hospitals and do all types of really serious stuff, but do the best I can with that. So it's cool that they're recognizing me and nominating me for this award. So it's good stuff. We'll see what happens.
Congratulations, man! Just
Thank
on
you.
the nomination.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's cool.
So I think this is pretty much going to wrap up the situation here. I'd like to thank everybody for joining the Driven podcast. Michael, really appreciate your time.
Pleasure talking to you.
Awesome.
Really, thank you. You guys are great.
I'll see you at Cars and Coffee.
You will see me at, yes,
Get the Aston
if you
Martin
wake up early on a Sunday morning, you will find me at a Cars and Coffee somewhere with one of these cars for sure.
Cool.
So good
Thanks,
stuff.
man.
Good stuff.
Appreciate you.